My name's Dave Stelpstra, and I'm a retired person. I'm connected to the Community Response Network for the Prevention of Elder Abuse in Haldimand and Norfolk, and I was approached last March about getting involved in a project at the high school level, doing some intergenerational programming with kids and seniors. One of the people that was identified as being somebody that might be able to help was Susan Devereaux from the Family Studies class at the Cayuga Secondary School.
The initial thought was to bridge the differences and have some communication between students and seniors, often their grandparents, but to find out a little bit more through the school setting and have the adults, the seniors, come and experience some of the day that the students would have.
The concept was to have 2 days of class where seniors would be invited to come to the classroom and travel along with students to different areas of the school for different topics related to their education, and have the seniors come along as well.
And from there we set up a number of activities that the seniors could choose from, and we were able to get guest speakers to come to classes, and then we already had the students there, so we just added the seniors in.
For example, on Wednesday we had 2 classes. First thing in the morning, one was a history class where they're discussing modern history, 20th century history, and at the same time we had another class. It was a girls' phys ed class, and we'd invited a guest presenter.
My name's Ashley Everetts, and I'm the recreation therapist at the Haldimand Ability Center. I'm here today to do a program called Healthy Mind, Healthy Body, which is a circuit of physical and intellectual stimulating activities for both the students and seniors in the community. The circuit is geared towards strengthening the relationship between both the seniors and the students at the high school. I feel it's important for people at any age or with any ability to understand each other to help build relationships within our community. In our community, we have people with different levels of abilities. At the Haldimand Ability Center, we offer educational presentations as well as recreational and social programming for everyone in the community.
After lunch, we were doing cosmetology with seniors and students working together doing manicures. Today we changed things up a little bit. The first class of the day, there was a choice of going to the grade 10 history again with Mrs. Brooks, the teacher, and we had a number of seniors who went to the classroom, and the teacher and students had actually prepared a whole list of questions to ask the seniors to get a better understanding of who the seniors were, and I think that went really well. At the same time that was going on, we had a lady named Sherry Miller from the Alzheimer's Society doing a fitness program with the girls' phys ed class, and that fitness program was called Sit to be Fit, which is a fitness program for people that are not able to get up and move around. And the other thing that she did, and I thought was rather neat, was Nordic pole walking. And it was interesting to see both the seniors and the kids trying to walk, and it was like they had to learn to walk all over again while they were walking with these poles. But it was kind of neat, and I think we see that type of activity going on more and more, and so it was beneficial, I think, for those people. So from there we went to the second class in the morning, and we had 2 local celebrity chefs come in and do a presentation to a large group of seniors and students, and they didn't have a particular title other than, they were sharing different cooking or food preparation ideas with everybody. And the big emphasis of that class actually was growing and buying local product, and so So that was really quite neat. Everybody in the class got a cookbook by the time they left. I think everybody there had a good time. So again, we got into lunch, and Mrs. Devereaux's class had prepared a very nice lunch for everybody. We actually offered guided tours of the school with the seniors and students from a leadership class. So they were going down the halls, and it was quite amazing to watch them interacting and going through the school to talk about classes now and classes then. It was a very neat interaction between the two. So that's the 2 days, and personally I think it went fairly well.
Okay. So what was remarkable to me was how the seniors were so flexible to whatever we decided to do. They were up for going to the exercises or having the tour of the school, and participated, and they seemed to be very interested in what the students were doing, engaged a lot of the students in conversation, and I was really pleased about that. Now, of course, probably those are the people that would have chosen to come anyway, but that was nice. And I was very proud of how respectful our students were of the seniors. I think perhaps jumping that generation, because I know they're not always so respectful of their parents. So maybe the generation jump was good that way. So I think particularly Mrs. Brooks' class that had the history group, when the seniors left, they all said, "Oh, they're so neat." You know, they were really quite impressed by those folks. So I think, again, it's just a little opening of the door of trying to understand each other. So I think that was the strength. That was the purpose, really.
And the kids were all nice to us, and also in the classes that we attended, a couple of classes that we were in this morning, they were all very well behaved, and it seemed to be almost like an easy time for the teachers. It all fell in place.
I felt the whole morning, it was a wonderful morning. The classroom, and it amazed me so much that the kids were all dressed so neat, and they all looked beautiful.
I think this is an excellent idea, especially for the teenagers. They get to know a little more about backgrounds of life, maybe, or even their grandparents.
My favorite program that I think the seniors enjoyed the most probably was the Fairly Fat Guys, because they got to learn more about what's healthy and how good shopping local is. And I thought the fitness with the chair aerobics was good, because that's something easy they can do at home without having to go out, something they can fit into their daily routine.
I really appreciated listening to their stories and the things that they had gone through, and the things that they would listen to us and understand what we were going through. One in particular, a woman, she looked kind of lowly, and she was sitting by herself, so I thought, okay, maybe I'll go talk to her and see what her story was. And she ended up being a really nice lady, and she gave me a lot of good advice, and it was really good to talk to someone who's actually been through life and someone who actually understands things that you've gone through. So it was really great to have that experience.
We're going to do a review. We'll sit down with the teachers, and they're going to spend some time with the students to kind of critique how everything went. I, personally, having seen this thing work now, I'm more impressed than I thought I was going to be with how it all went, and I think it definitely is something that this school will probably try again, and certainly would encourage other schools at the high school level to try this program, because it certainly was unique, and there was a very good interaction between students and seniors, and as Mrs. Devereaux said, the kids were, I think the seniors were impressed with the caliber and the quality of the kids, and they don't always get to see that.
As a teacher, yes, I can see that this would be a program that I do know there have been some in the elementary school kind of partnering up, but I could see that within other high schools there would be some interest having, again, seniors visit and perhaps participate, maybe even some might do something that we've done with our grade 8 students coming here, which you actually partner up with a student and travel their whole day. Now that might be a little exhausting, but it also would be eye-opening. And I think for a lot of the seniors in our community, they probably don't have an idea of how technical some of our courses are, how diverse our courses are in high school now compared to when they went to school. So that's another thing that could happen in another school, is an actual partnering. But what we did was more at a group event, and I think that worked out well too.